Welcome back to Chaos Corner. It's your old buddy, the Guardian of Chaos, Big Daddy. And I tell it like it is. I'll say that to say this. Welcome back to the bunker, 25 feet below the surface of the earth. We're here on a big weekend in the world of professional wrestling and fans out there in the IWC. Grab a beverage, grab a snack, get all your friends together and tell them, it's me. The GOC is back in the bunker. And we're going to go over what happened this past week. Wednesday at AEW Dynamite. This past Friday night at Rampage. And of course tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time from the Chase Center in San Francisco. AEW Revolution, the 4th annual AEW Revolution. That's right, it's the 4th already annual here at Revolution. So sit back and relax. As I said, I'm repeating myself, but I'm just happy to be back here at the bunker and that you're here. Follow me on all social media platforms, and you know what they are. At Big Daddy GOC on Twitter, and that's in real time. Instagram, it's the Guardian of Chaos. And of course, my 2 accounts on Facebook. That's right, there's 2. Jay Brony, that's right. Jay Brony, and Prodigio Fidelis El Guardian. And of course, Guardian of Chaos on YouTube here, the mothership. Follow me on Gitter, Gab, Truth Social, Rumble. I cover it all in the IWC. So fans, that's what we're going to do. I'm glad that you're here. It's a big night tonight. There's 10 matches on Revolution. Okay, we'll cover Dynamite and Rampage, the go-home shows, and I'm going to give you the good, the bad, and the ugly of AEW Dynamite, Rampage, and tonight's Revolution. So, again, we're going to hop off all those social media platforms, like, subscribe, and come on back. Guardian of Chaos, the YouTube channel. Thanks for being here. Hey, don't go anywhere. I'm coming right back, man. I'm coming right back. All right, fans. Welcome back to Guardian of Chaos, the YouTube channel. Don't be distracted. We're down here at the bunker. You know that we've been up in the lounge. We were in the executive boardroom. We were under construction down here at the bunker. As I said, 25 feet below the surface of the earth, but we're back. You can see we've done some upgrades with the camera, the lighting, the sound. So let's get right into it. Okay, you know I've been pumping out what here on the channel. We're coming up on almost 2,000 videos here on the channel. Everything from my over 3-decade career as a pro wrestling manager, all the heroes, legends, young lions, veterans, and current stars that I've been in the ring with. And of course, all the people and talent and superstars and heroes and legends that were involved in the same events and shows that I was. It's priceless. That's what you'll get here on this channel. And of course, the Chaos Corner, which is the flagship program here on the channel. Historic what's going on in AEW. Let's not get into the ratings. I'm going to try to touch on everything from Dynamite to Rampage to Revolution, as I said. Coming from the unbelievable history and historic and the legendary, which I use all the time, Cow Palace in San Francisco. And for you younger fans, if you don't remember, Big Time Wrestling, Roy Shire, hello? Bueller? Anyone? McFly? You guys get it, right? Do your research in history. And if you follow me here on the channel with all the videos that I have up, you know that history is one of the big things that I do here on the channel. Besides covering AEW, the WWE, MLW, New Japan, Ring of Honor, Impact, the NWA, there isn't anything that I don't cover here on the channel. Even my home at Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling. That's what you get, the retro reviews, the flashbacks, the historical events here. You can follow me along on all those accounts. So let's get right into it. I don't want to continue here too long on the opening monologue. Yeah, I know. The camera puts 10 pounds on you. It might have put 20 on me, but that's neither here nor there. Again, I'm just happy to be back here at the bunker, man. AEW Dynamite, we're going to go back. We're going to go back a couple of days. I'm going to condense this all in one and hopefully be out of here in half an hour. So stick with me. Stay through the whole thing, man. You guys are going to be entertained. My over 5 decades as a fan, a scout, an agent, a mark. That's right. Yeah, I said it. A mark, and I'm proud of that. And of course, my over 3 decades in the business as a pro wrestling manager from pillar to post and coast to coast and border to border. That's what you get here with the GOC. One man, unique, unedited, unscripted. That's what happens here. And I bring you right into Chaos headquarters. That's what I bring you into. Who's that in the background? I'm not sure who that is. I don't want to say, because you remember last time if I say the word, I can't say Alexa too loud, because then she'll pick it up. That's what you get here. This doesn't get edited out. There's no paywall. I'm not asking for money. There's no super chats. You get live reality entertainment. That's what you get here. And apparently a little bit of a Alexa. I can't say it too loud, because if I do, it'll pick up my voice and it will continue. So here we go. AEW Dynamite, as I said, from the Cow Palace, Roy Shire, Big Time Wrestling. I'm repeating myself. We have the face. First off, it was as a go-home show to a big pay-per-view that's coming up, AEW Revolution tonight. As a go-home show. Overall, I wasn't super impressed. Now, don't get me wrong, I get distracted because later on after AEW Dynamite, I have to go mod for the OG of podcasts, Don Tony, which transitions right into the #1 fucking podcast on YouTube. And that's JD from New York, Off the Script. And of course, with the Chi-Town Smart, Jesse. So I don't always pay the attention that I should from my own resources, but I've done my research. You guys know it. I tell it like it is. You get that, right? So I'm paying attention here, but I get distracted when I have to go do my job on these other podcasts. Well, listen, I'm thankful to be the moderator. Some people say, Chaos, you're censoring. I'm not censoring. If you're an asshole, I'm going to delete you. If you're disrespectful to the host or somebody else in the chat, and it's not about freedom of speech. If you're an asshole and you can't be disrespectful, you will get benched. You get it, right? Benched. I'm not benching anybody here. We're live to tape. Wait. You guys get it, right? I'm live. Like I'm live right now. This is live. There's no editing going on, but I am taping it. Now you guys get it. Let's focus, Chaos, focus. I get it, focus. So AEW Dynamite this past Wednesday, which was March 1st, 2023, the go-home show to Revolution. Again, I mentioned all the obligatory openings. The face of the Revolution ladder match. Talk about chaos. And pun intended. Yes, pun intended. This match was the risks that were taken. The things that some of the guys did. Some of the talent, when I say the guys, the boys, in this case. Let me just give you the principles there. And I know that a lot of you watch this. I'm recapping it, and I'll try to get quick before I get to this is a review of Dynamite, a review briefly of Rampage, and then a preview of the big show tonight. 10 matches tonight for Revolution. So don't go anywhere. I'll try to get us out of here quick. But listen, it's Sunday. What could you be doing right now? I don't even know what time it is. I don't know, 3 p.m. maybe, Eastern Standard Time, wherever you are. I'm here in the shadows of Titan Towers. That's another group for another time, everybody. I get it. So here's the combatants in the face of the Revolution ladder match. Okay, and now the winner of this, from what I understand and what I've heard through a Don Tony and JD and Jesse and the ilk, the winner, in my own research, gets a shot at the TNT title, which is currently held by Samoa Joe, pending what happens tonight between Joe and Wardlow. I think that rhymes. But I'll get on to that. The winner faces or gets a chance at the TNT title. Here's the combatants. Takashita. Konnichiwa, bitches. God bless you. Versus Ortiz. Versus the masked luchador, Commander Really unbelievable grappler who came out of nowhere. Slight in size, but if you saw this match versus Eddie Kingston versus AR Fox, and man, I've had a chance to pick Fox's brain personally and see him perform. What an unbelievable grappler and talent this is. Now, Fox is no spring chicken, but man, can this dude work. Action Andretti, which they're really pushing there in AEW. And of course, the insane, crazy son of a bitch, Sammy Guevara. Yeah, in my opinion, he's a crazy. You think Darby Allin's a crazy son of a bitch, and he may be the craziest of them all right now, a la Sabu back in the day. But Sammy Guevara and some of the shit that he does, and I want to swear because now I owe money in the tip jar to my granddaughter. And of course, Powerhouse Hobbs, who I had a chance to meet and pick his brain personally, as well as a couple other guys that are in this match. As I said, AR Fox, Eddie Kingston. So the winner gets a shot at the TNT title. Now, again, what stood out, and I want to be quick here because I don't want to make this a 45-minute to an hour show, unless I have to, because a lot of attention. Seriously, you guys have the brain of a dehydrated baby at times. But me too, man. No disrespect, man. I'm just saying it's a work, baby. Come on, man. This is a good stress reliever. Hopefully it's a stress reliever for you too. And this is what I try to do to give back, because you will not get to where you want to go or even where you are until you understand and recognize where you've been. Now, don't get stuck back there either. But you guys get it, the carpenter, so to speak. So the Commander walking and running the rope and the risk to the outside maneuver that he did, stuff that I've never seen before, and you guys know I'm an old school guy. Some of the moves that AR Fox consistently pulls out of his hat, so to speak. And, you know, I saw him at Dieselmania 2 when he wrestled MLW superstar Richard Holliday in one of the main events there while Booker T was there for Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling, one of our, our mothership there at Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling. AR Fox from then till even to today here in 2023, I believe that was in 2018. 2017 or 2018, and here we are in 2023. Fox and some of the moves that he does that he makes look so easy. It's good to see that he's getting a shot. Action Andretti, I already said he's being pushed, and with the whole thing with Jericho, and we'll get on to him later on. Andretti was in this match, but Sammy Guevara again. The interference from the JAS. Daniel Garcia was lurking about. You know, the whole bromance they got going on there, so to speak, between Guevara and Daniel Garcia. But of course, he got involved in the match. And some of the risks, and especially with Guevara on the top of the ladder, climbing up and doing, this, like preaching, whatever he's doing, and the risks they take with the ladders, what all the guys took, from Takashita, to Fox, the Commander, to Andretti. These guys, that the talent, the boys. I know I'm spending a lot of time here on Dynamite. We got a little ways to go here. Unbelievable. And of course, with the one guy I haven't mentioned yet, because he's the guy that won. I also had a chance to meet him personally at the Mohegan Sun on my birthday and pick his brain. Cool dude. Really cool, laid back. Looks much bigger on TV than he does in person, although he's a big dude in great shape, jacked, But the Book of Hobbs, Willie Powerhouse Hobbs. Takashita represented himself well. I know everybody's high on him, big on him. I'll give the good, the bad, and the ugly. This about not a good seller. He really is a great talent, big dude. For as far as Japanese workers go, super talented, got a bright future, and I believe he's really going to be pushed. But I don't really see him being a good seller. That's the style in Japan. I get it. I'm just saying you're here now in the States, though, so. Not crazy about that. I don't know where they'll go with Commander. Who knows what's happening with Eddie Kingston? He quit. He didn't quit. I mean, I don't know what's going on with Eddie, man. I don't know what's going on with Kingston. I really don't. So those are the things that stuck out in the Revolution ladder match. And again, the risks, unnecessary, crazy. What are we doing here? That's the only thing that I don't like about it. And the whole show at Dynamite was very, very chaotic. A chaotic night. Eventually, your winner, as I said, on the ladder at the end. And again, they had issues with the ladder. I know the big talk in the IWC with the referees holding everything down, holding the ladders 3 or 4 at the end. And where was the production team and why you're putting the camera on there? And, this one, in defense of the Zebras of Justice, they said they didn't want their guy, their talent to break their neck, and they're just looking out and all that. I get all that, but that was the hot talk. But where is the producer? Where's the TV people? It's on the cameraman as well to not focus on that. And again, live is different. If you're there, you see it, but you're going out to millions on TV, and you got to take that into consideration. That's my opinion there. So the eventual winner, this is what I'm getting to, Takeshita and Hobbs. Hobbs got up there, big dude, he is. But the ladder must have broke because they used several ladders. Obviously, it's a ladder match. Hello. And he didn't look very comfortable up there. And I don't know what they did pre-match or pre-show, which is really where you should concentrate on things at times. You guys know that if you've been in there. And that's what you get here on this show is the insider look because I've done this. You guys get it. So Hobbs was the eventual winner in the ladder match, and now he goes on to face the winner of Wardlow and the current champion for TNT title, Samoa Joe, tonight. What an unbelievable match. Again, crazy, insane, high-risk maneuvers. I can't say enough about the talent and the workers and the guys, but your eventual winner, and they're taking a long time to get around to this story, and I've always said how underused this guy is, and it seems to be the trend in AEW with where is this guy? Where is that guy? And, you get a storyline going, you get someone hot, and then all of a sudden they disappear. You don't see him anymore. I'm just telling you what I see as just being a regular fan. Never mind my experiences. So Hobbs, the ultimate winner. If that was the controversy with the referees at the end, the broken ladder, who's right, who's wrong, I blame the veteran leadership of a camera crew, producer, whoever's on the mic, whoever's in the truck. You guys spare no expense. That's who I blame. I can't really blame the referees. We go on to, Hobbs, again, great guy, good dude, and we'll see Hobbs is getting the push now that I said that he was vastly underrated. I'm repeating myself here, going way longer. I may have to split this up into segments. And then we have the Casino Tag Team Battle Royal. And again, this is where I give you the good, the bad, and the ugly. I'm just going to read through all the teams, give you the eventual winner who will be in the tag team title match tonight for the AEW World Tag Team titles against the defending champions, the Guns. I don't like these 3-way matches involved, these 4-ways, especially when it's a championships. I'm not saying I'm old school. I just don't like it. I don't like the way it is. Your championship, you want to face either your team and your team, you're responsible for you, or as an individual heavyweight champion, singles champion, it's one-on-one. This 3-way, that's another story for another time. Aussie Open versus Orange Cassidy and Danhausen versus Best Friends versus the JAS, Mr. Daddy Magic and his buddy there versus the Kingdom versus the Dark Order versus the Butcher and the Blade versus the Lucha Brothers versus the BCC versus Top Flight versus La Farcion and Garnal Below. No me joda maricón, muévete el culo, whatever I said there. Okay, right? You guys get it, right? The bottom line is here, out of all those teams, and again, I don't see the need for any of this stuff. I really don't. This is just for me, and yes, I'm sucking on the halls before you say anything. Hold on. Got a Red Bull too, don't go nowhere. Gotta have the Red Bull. I hope you're chilling, sitting back. I may have to split this up into episodes, so don't go anywhere. We're on AEW Dynamite here on Chaos Corner in the bunker, 25 feet below the surface of the earth. The bottom line is, wasn't happy about this match, a little sloppy. I told you it was a chaotic night. It's a go-home show to a big pay-per-view. Didn't understand a lot of the storyline thrown together in the last minute and hot shot, whatever you want to call it, whatever you guys say today. And then I'll give my spin. Danhausen ends up dumping Butcher and the Blade over the top rope. Danhausen, again, Not a bad grappler. I respect anybody that gets in the ring, no matter what capacity you're in the ring as. Okay? But I'm not crazy about Cassidy. He can be a great wrestler when he wants to be, but all the shtick is getting old. It doesn't sell with someone who's supposed to be selling their gimmick as well. It's not just about you and your gimmick. You're there to work with the other guy as well and put him over and sell his shit too, right? Not a jobber match. Remember that. The bottom line is, and it's just not, it doesn't work for me. Danhausen dumps over Butcher and the Blade. Now, Danhausen and Orange Cassidy, freshly squeezed, carry. No, that's another song. Jane, you're playing a game from hide and seek. You guys get it. Orange Cassidy and Danhausen now will go for the titles, just thrown together as a tag team and now thrown together as a gimmick workers, whether he's the Atlantic champion or not, Orange Cassidy, into this angle for the tag team titles for Revolution tonight. Not crazy about it, but that's your eventual winners, and just the ending was just way off. Leads me on to Peter Avalon and Chris Jericho, the Ocho, Y2J, Judas, whatever you want to call Jericho. The old man, I don't know. Jericho goes over. That's the bottom line. This match was Peter Avalon and Jericho. I'll say that. Jericho wins. Orange Cassidy against Big Bill. Not Big Cass. Not William Morrissey. Big Bill. The bottom line is Orange Cassidy retains the All-Atlantic champion. Now Big Bill is with Stokely Hathaway, who's as useless as tits on a bull. At this point, the way he's being booked and the way they're using him. Having the firm, all that stuff, it's not working. Morrissey looks great. Big Cass looks awesome. He's in great shape. I like the look. He's moving around great. Orange Cassidy did his shtick in and out of the ring, trying to wear out the big guy, and then takes like 3 Superman punches a la Roman Reigns and then one from the top rope. And Big Bill is knocked out, laid out on the canvas. Where does he go from here? Terrible booking. Terrible with this whole Orange Cassidy gimmick. This is just my opinion. I say it on other podcasts, and people ask my opinion. I'm just telling you. Orange Cassidy retains. Terrible. And I don't know what they're doing with Big Cass, man. What a waste of talent. That's just my opinion here at Chaos Corner. Another crazy thing now on how quickly she has fallen from the world champion. She was hot in NXT as a worker and a talent. Came in on fire in AEW and the good feuds with Thunder Rosa and Britt Baker and this and that. And, was the AEW Women's Champion, and now she's losing to Rio. Whether Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter were involved and interfered or not, a Toni Storm, how quickly we have fallen for such a talented worker in the female division that you should be building it around. Listen, I know they can be saved, but this just seems like lazy booking to me. It just seems like you're not really putting it together. You had time for this in Revolution. Toni Storm loses to Riho. That says what it is. Hook and Matt Hardy for the FTW title. How many titles do you need? Why is this a title? I get it from Taz, started in AEW, love Taz, known him for years. We don't break bread or nothing like that, but we've talked several times. Great guy, love him, respect him. Great announcer, great worker. ECW, the whole 9 yards. TNA, Taz couldn't be more of a legend in this fucking business. And Hook, what is he, 26-0 or something at this point? Good worker. And I kind of liked the way this was. It didn't just go a minute or two. And Hardy at this point passed the torch, so to speak. And we know he's been on the downtrend for a little while. I liked it. This happened this way, believe it or not, with Hook. But the FTW title, is it really a title? Come on, man. Hook over Matt Hardy. Submission. It wasn't the Kata Hajime, but it was something like kind of like a standing Cobra clutch, maybe, if I remember correctly. Listen, it's Sunday afternoon. That was Wednesday night. Okay, so Hook over Matt Hardy. I like that about Dynamite. What I didn't get and didn't understand here is we're coming up on like 25 minutes. So I'll have to do this in segments. Dynamite and then Rampage with the Revolution review. So please come back and check that out if you're watching this. Leave a comment, like, subscribe. You guys get it, right? The trios match that was supposed to happen for the AEW Trios Championship, which I always say is a 6-man championship. Why do you gotta reinvent the wheel? Can we go back to that? But I guess not. That's just my viewpoint. Omega, Matt, Nick Jackson, the Young Bucks, whatever you want to call them, and the House of Black. You know, Malachi Black, Brody King, Buddy Matthews. The lights go out, not once, not twice, but 3 times. After they carry on my wayward son, there'll be peace when you are done. Lay your weary head to rest. Don't you cry no more. Oh, does that not go with the background music? Well, this is the quality entertainment you get here. This is reality TV. So they come out, they're introduced briefly, the lights go out, and behind them when the lights come back on is the House of Black. The lights go out again, we come back, the House of Black are holding up the titles and the Elite is laid out. The lights go out for a 3rd time, they come back and the House of Black has walked away with the titles or however it happened. The match never happened. It was for naught. It was a bunch of bullshit. And that's what I thought about the All Elite House of Black angle on Wednesday Night Dynamite, leading into this trios match. And again, which is really thrown together because tag team wrestling for AEW is shit right now. As I read all these tag teams off to you, what a joke. And I don't mean to cuss. I don't have to cuss. But the trios is really taken away from it. And where's House of Black? How did they earn this? I get it. It's probably going to be a good matchup. I mean, it's better than what we saw with Death Triangle and you know, the Young Bucks and Omega for 7 matches. Once or twice, yeah, maybe 3 times. Come on, man. And I'm not insulting the Young Bucks and Omega either. They're talented. I'm just giving you the good, the bad, and the ugly because I am the guardian of chaos, and I do tell it like it is, and I'll say that to say this. And so we move on. What I did like about Wednesday, what I thought was perhaps the strongest part, besides the insanity of the ladder match and the tag team casino match, and I don't know where the casino comes into it, and seeing that they're at the Cow Palace in San Francisco, the promos did hit home. Moxley in the stairwell with the blood pouring. It would have much more effect if the guy didn't juice and bleed and get color every fucking week on Dynamite. What a promo, though. Old school, kind of. I did like that about Moxley. He's been winning me over lately, but it's kind of like the same old story with Mox, and it loses its effectiveness at times. No? Hello? So, but I did like that promo and the way it was shot, and I've been doing a lot of research lately on Abdullah the Butcher and Bruiser Brody, and Moxley's not in that category, but just to see the blood and the Cow Palace and the historic part of me for a second with Mox, because you know he's got the big match coming up tonight in Revolution against Hangman Adam Page. It's the trilogy. It's the 3rd time for Moxley and Page. Listen, neither one of them moved the needle for me. Hangman or Moxley. Ambrose. But it was a good promo. Also, Christian Cage, I've said it, if you follow the almost 2,000 videos on this channel, you go back on Chaos Corner episodes, or especially AEW Dynamite live to tape videos that I've done here for months, well over a year or 2 in regards to AEW, you'll see how much I talk about what I feel about Christian Cage, who I've worked several events with when he was the NWA World Heavyweight Champion. Great guy, what a talent, unbelievable when he's that heel and talks the way he does. There's not a lot of people right now better. He was good then. He seems better now, Christian Cage. So his promo and what's going on, and thank God they broke up the whole luchador, what's his name there? I don't know, Lucharillo? I don't forget his name. I don't know, Luchasaurus. Jungle Boy, Jack Perry, and Christian Cage, outwork everybody. They're using them the right way now. So I'm interested to see Cage tonight against Jungle Boy Jack Perry, which originally was, I thought, a no-holds-barred match, but now it's a final burial match tonight, Christian Cage and Jungle Boy Jack Perry. But Christian Cage, when he comes out and presents that as a heel and presents himself, not many people that are better talkers. MJF's a great talker. We know that. Danielson's a good talker. Other guys are decent talkers, but pretty impressive. Speaking of Danielson, again, strong promos for Danielson and MJF on AEW Dynamite Wednesday night. MJF Max, the Triple B, the World Heavyweight Champion, the Diamond Ring, whatever, Dynamite Diamond Ring. Listen, MJF's the hottest guy in the business right now. We know that, along with Roman Reigns, right? As far as if you cover this product in this territory, right? I'm just saying, right? MJF is always solid. Selling it a little bit much, getting a little crazy. Stay focused, Max. Stay focused. I'm just telling you from the GOC. Hey, just my opinion, brother. Danielson has stepped up his game talking. He came in hot. Go back and check out my Dynamite reviews on here, live to tape. And you see the praising of what I think about Bryan Danielson and the way he's been since he's been here in AEW, since the WWE. Go back and listen to my opinions. I'm not claiming to be a prophet. God forgive me. Please listen, Jesus Christ is coming back soon. Don't be caught dead without him. And that's a shoot. But as far as pro wrestling goes, you get it, right? So he went off track there for a little while, Danielson. It's nice to see him back here. Let's see what happens between Danielson and MJF. I'm looking forward to that tonight. The 60-minute Iron Man match tonight for Revolution. 60-minute Man Iron match. Bryan Danielson and the World Heavyweight Champion MJF for 8. Listen, that right there might be worth the price of admission alone. Let that sink in. So the promos on Dynamite this past Wednesday were tremendous. Christian Cage talking about Jungle Boy, Moxley talking about Hangman Page, and of course MJF and Danielson. That's what I took out of for AEW Dynamite, which was just March 1st this past Wednesday, the go-home show for Revolution, the Cow Palace. That's the best thing about all of it. I guess historic-wise, it's great to see wrestling back in the Cow Palace. Although let's face it, San Francisco really is, gum on your soles of your shoes at this point right now. The way they are over there in San Francisco politically, let me not get crazy on that. All right, fans, that's what we're going to do. We'll break this up. Don't go anywhere. We ended up going a half an hour on this show to cover AEW Dynamite, which I really didn't think was that great a show overall. A C+. Just giving you the good, the bad, the ugly. Here at the Bunker. Come on back. I'm going to do quickly. Rampage, probably not 30 seconds maybe. Come back for AEW Revolution tonight on pay-per-view. I'm going to cover it here on Chaos Corner. Thank God this is all non-copyright music. Don't you dare miss it.